Before handing over to Omar El-Shenety to moderate, I want to give a very special welcome to His Excellency Ahmed Kojuk, our Egyptian Minister of Finance.
Thank you so much, Dr. Abla. Hello, everybody. I think that's going to be a very different session because it's going to be about money, financial markets, how things are going to be moving, how people will make money or lose money. And definitely, we'll try to link lots of economics with financial markets. Definitely happy to be here and to be moderating this session. Before we get started, I would like to thank Dr. Abla for the great work she's been doing. This conference has been a dream. This forum for the second year has been a dream. Last year it was much smaller than this. This year it's became massive, and it's turning into a landmark in the scene, not only in Egypt, but in the region. So thank you so much for that. And I would like to thank Mr. Omar Mahanna and the whole board for his support to Dr. Abla and to us at ECES team. This session today is going to be about financial markets. Before introducing the panelists, and we have a very high-profile panel today, I would like to highlight that a couple of years ago, we started collaborating. I started collaborating with the ECS on issuing a monthly report called Financial Market Snapshot, which tries to link what happens on the global economy on a macro level with the financial markets, whether on a global, regional, or local level. And we have been issuing like 20 reports so far. And this session today is a reflection of it. Last year, we had His Excellency Mr. Ahmed Kojuk discussing this report in one of the seminars, and we keep getting lots of people here. Today, while we have this session, we have a very high-profile panel. I would like to introduce Dr. Farouk Sousa. Dr. Farouk Sousa is the head of MENA research at Goldman Sachs. Aside from that, he's very big and famous on his very small and short notes that turn everything all around. I remember his note about Ras al-Hikmah deal, and which was on the phone of every single human being in Egypt who can read English. And he turned it upside down, and he kept us. So thank you so much for being here. I would like to introduce Mr. Wael Ziada. He's the managing partner at Zella Capital. He's my bestie, my buddy, and my thinking pal. And he's one of the few people I can talk with freely without limits in this country, because there are no limits to imagination. So I'm glad he's here after his surgery. I would like to welcome Mr. Karim Sawabini. Mr. Karim is partner and portfolio manager at Moon Capital. In real terms, he is the biggest investor in this market, in equities. If you know his schedule in Egypt, you can know very well what are the companies that will outperform in the stock market in the coming days. I have interrogated him for the last hour trying to know who he is meeting, but he didn't say. So that's a very important guy. We have Mr. Ehi Beneti. Mr. Ehi is CEO of Reserve Technologies. Mr. Ehi is the remittances guy of Africa. If you want to know how remittances go into Africa and how money goes into the system, he is the guy. He knows everything about it. And finally, we have His Excellency Mr. Ahmed Kojuk, the Egyptian Minister of Finance. But on another term, he is a very well thought of economist, a friend of ECS, and a friend for all of us. He's carrying a very big responsibility on behalf of all of us. Someone has to take this big responsibility, and I'm glad he's doing it on behalf of our generation. So thank you so much for doing that. Let's get straight into the session. 12 months of Mr. Trump since he has been elected, and since the day he has been elected, everything in this world has been turned upside down. Over the last 12 months, we could see unpredictability, uncertainty skyrocketing. You could see it in how volatile the markets are. Every day is very different. The market is driven by tweets, whether on X or on Social Truth or on whatever. His interviews define what happens from an age where collaboration and integration to a world where there are trade wars. Trade has been weaponized, and as we have seen in previous sessions, trade is a weapon now. Discussions about AI being reaped as fruits all over the world became discussions as who will get the benefits of AI, who will be allowed to import chips from American companies, and who is not. We have seen gold and silver and commodities skyrocketing. Gold is above $4,000 an ounce. very crazy. We are seeing the dollar, which is the cornerstone of the global financial market, losing value against nearly all currencies all over the world, and the US is happy. And we have this very big problem. We have seen this region over the last year going through the latest about the war and its conclusion, which was a very big humanitarian crisis, but we still are figuring out what to do about that. But on the other hand, we are in Egypt, at least going through a very good time, and we have been talking just before the session that seems everything is in order. Numbers look good, and we are happy to be about that. So where does this take us from here? And I would like to start with Mr. Ihi, who has the brightest smile in Africa. The last year has been chaotic. How do you see this last year, the first year of Mr. Trump in his second presidency, compared to his first presidency? How does this change? How do you see about volatility? How do you see this happening and playing out on an overall level, especially from your interactions?